Welcome to the deep dive. Our mission, as always, is pretty straightforward. We take a whole load of information, cut through all the noise, and really pull out the essential knowledge you need to be properly informed.
That's the plan.
And today, we're doing a deep dive that's specifically for you, especially if you're right in the middle of tackling your ATPL theory exams.
Yep, focusing right in.
We've got some solid source material here on Thunderstorms. Our goal, to unpack it, really highlight the absolutely critical points, and lay them out in a way that hopefully sticks in your mind.
Because they're crucial, aren't they, thunderstorms?
Exactly. They're way more than just, bad weather. For pilots, they're a fundamental challenge. They demand respect, absolutely, but also a deep, practical understanding.
Couldn't agree more.
So we're going to zero in on how they actually form, the different stages they go through, the, frankly, terrifying hazards they can throw at you, and crucially, the techniques for avoiding them.
Think of it as sharpening your focus on what matters for the exams and for safety.
Consider this your accelerated path to getting to the heart of thunderstorms for your studies. Ready to dive in?
Let's do it. Understanding these beasts isn't optional for pilots, especially at the ATPL level. It's foundational knowledge.
Totally. The source material we're working from gives a really good framework, actually. It starts right from the basic atmospheric conditions.
The ingredients, basically.
Yeah, the ingredients needed to cook one up, all the way through to the specific dangers and how we, try to stay clear.
It's about building that solid mental model, understanding the whole process.
Okay, let's jump right in then. What are the absolute non-negotiable conditions? What does the atmosphere need to have present for a thunderstorm, this massive cumulonimbus cloud with all that power to even start developing?
Right, the fundamentals. The source is very clear on this. There are 3 core conditions, absolutely essential. You need all 3 for a proper thunderstorm, the kind associated with a well-developed CB.
Okay, 3 things. Lay them out for us.
You need 1, a steep lapse rate, 2, sufficient moisture, and 3, a trigger action. Miss any one of those.
And you just get, regular clouds?
You might get clouds, maybe some showers, yeah. But not the organized power, the structure of a thunderstorm cell. You need all 3 for that.
Okay, let's break those down. Number 1, steep lapse rate. What exactly does that mean in this context? Not just any lapse rate, right?
No, not just any lapse rate. Steep means the temperature drops off quickly as you go higher. Specifically for thunderstorms, the rate of temperature decrease with height, the environmental lapse rate, or ELR, must be greater than the saturated adiabatic lapse rate, the SALR.
Okay, steeper than the SALR.
Yeah.
And that tells us the atmosphere is...
unstable.
Yeah.
Conditionally unstable, technically. It means if you can get a parcel of air lifted high enough to become saturated, it will then be warmer than its surroundings as it continues to rise, because it cools at the slower SALR due to latent heat release.
Right, it becomes buoyant.
Mm.
But the source mentions something about the depth of this layer.
Ah, yes, crucial point. This instability isn't enough if it's just in a shallow layer. For deep convection, for a proper thunderstorm, this unstable condition lapse rate greater than a SALR needs to extend through a significant vertical layer.
How significant?
The source specifies that this layer needs to be at least 10,000 feet thick, and importantly, it must extend above the freezing level.
10,000 feet thick and reaching above freezing.
No.
Why is that depth so critical?
Because it allows that rising, saturated parcel of air to remain warmer than its surroundings for a long vertical journey. It keeps accelerating upwards, releasing more latent heat, building that massive vertical structure of the cumulonimbus cloud. Without that depth, the convection would just fizzle out.
So it's like having enough runway for the updraft to really take off and build momentum. Steep lapse rate, SALR, deep layer, 10K feet above freezing.
Got it. Ingredient number 2, moisture. Seems obvious, but why is it so fundamental?
Well, it's the fuel, isn't it? Water vapor is what condenses to form the cloud droplets and, higher up, the ice crystals, and that process of condensation
releases latent heat. Exactly, and that latent heat release is what adds extra buoyancy, making the updraft even stronger, helping maintain the whole system. Without a good supply of...
All right. Many thanks for listening to this free part of the ATPL Theory podcast. If you want to continue learning and access the full comprehensive guide, go to my Patreon at patreon.com/ATPLtheory or my Hero at herohero.co/ATPL. That is patreon.com/ATPLtheory or herohero.co/ATPL. Wishing you all the best